Reefing fam, what's going on? March here, Fragbox TV. We got in a new shipment of corals here in the shop. So I'm going to do what I always do. I pick up the camera and I kind of walk through and give you the highlights. I'm going to show you what's going on, what's looking hot, what shouldn't be touching. Uh-oh, sorry, you're going to move. Okay, so as you may know or not know, this was our Fragoon. We're turning it back into sort of an acro frag tank. I just want it to be easier for you guys to shop. And I'm going to move all the stuff that I'm growing down to the basement, but let me start with some really cool pieces in here, and then we'll walk through and we'll show you some of the nice torches, frog spawns, hammers, zoanthids, blastomusas, chalice, open brains, ganies, bounce mushrooms, fox corals, you name it, we got it. We are pretty full right now. Okay, so I really am digging two pieces in here that really caught my attention. One is this. I believe this is a Suarsinoi. I think that's what it's called. It's just stunning. It's really unusual. It's a deep water. It's smooth skin. It's got a lot of different names. It's not easy to keep, but it's very rare. And this is a really cool one right over here. This is an enchilada, whatever you want to call it. Some really nice millies. Hey, if you see anything in the video and it's not yet up on our site, you can always message me, say, March, I gotta have that colony, or maybe just a frag of one of these, because it takes us quite a bit of time to work through these, price them, put up on the site. You gotta be patient with us. It takes almost a week because there's hundreds of pieces here, so we have to photograph, catalog, upload. It does take quite a bit of time, and I am currently the photographer here at Fragbox, as we are not super busy in the summer months, but we have some nice millies. Check out this one right here. Anything with two-tone gets me excited. You know, I really like to see one color on the base, like this is a green one with some fuzzy polyps, and then we get a different color on the tips. And just that contrast is always really nice. We have a beautiful large clam available too. I think this would be pickup only. It's about 8 to 9 inches. Durasa, just stunning. I'm very tempted to actually just keep it. This came out of a tank that ruptured, a Red Sea reefer locally, and he had to run here with all of his corals. So we do have some really cool pieces right now. Unfortunately for him, he's out of the hobby for a little bit. It does happen. Don't buy used tanks. You guys always hear me say it. Do not buy used tanks. Just buy new and you'll be much happier, because then when it explodes on you, you have a warranty. No, I'm just kidding. What else? Check out this tenuous. Really funky. We're almost tricolor at this point. I avoid the term rainbow at all costs, but I am tempted. As a retailer, it is a marketing ploy. This is not a rainbow. You know what? But it is nice. This is, we're getting there. You're close. Maybe when you grow up, you can be a rainbow. I would say there are about 75 colonies in total. If you want to grab one, do not hesitate. It's nice though. With the gravel, you know what? It's going to be a nice tank. Just no more Fragooni. I want everything really to be for sale. And I really just want to take everything that we're growing, stick it in the basement. It's just, it doesn't work. This hybrid sort of half selling, half not selling. Okay, we have a lot to look at in here. How do I turn you off? We're just in the middle of retrofitting all new orbits across the whole tank, and you know what? We're gonna do the old-fashioned way right now. Okay, we're just gonna give her one of these. Boom! Look at that. Feed mode OG. Flow is off. Let's start over here with the Euphyllia, because Indonesia is just known for having some of the craziest ones. This is what they call maybe New York Knicks. I don't get too caught up with the torch names. I think it's New York Knicks. I think this is Holy Grail. And I think this is Dragon Butt. Dragon Soul. I don't know. They're nice. Just buy the ones you like. All really healthy. This shouldn't still be here. This was here from our last shipment. This is actually a blue hybrid frog spawn hammer. So if you look closely at the tentacles, see like right there, it's resembling a frog spawn, which would be like this, very close and clumped together little circles. But then over on this side, what do we have? Oh, more frog spawn hammer. So we call this a frammer. So very rare, and it's also blue, which is also very rare for Euphyllia. Euphyllia means euphylline. It's torch, hammer, and frog spawn. They fall in that family. These are incredible. These are becoming just my favorite coral very quickly. Hammer, again, I'm not going to use the word rainbow. I may use the word atomic. I may even use the word hologram. But just stunning. And we got 5. Usually we don't get so many of these. Some nice mushrooms. This is on sale right now if you want free shipping. I think it's like 30 bucks. Some nice lobos. more torches. They need a couple more days to hang out and chill. So unfortunately, they're not all gonna live. Like maybe this one right here. But they shipped really, really well. I'm really happy. This chalice is just out of this world. Look at that thing. Don't make me frag it. If you have the dinero, buy it. You can have the entire thing. It's so nice. Some beautiful Ganicora and some Blastomusas. A little bit smaller. Some really unique acans over here. Check these out. Really funky. Also Blastos, Scolies, and some mushrooms. Mushrooms and Zoanthids, I would say, are probably the star of the show for this shipment. If you're into soft coral, there's really just so much eye candy. Look at this. Let me give you a nice top-down coral, very pornographic kind of shot. That might actually be the thumbnail. Right there. Boom! Mushroom shipment. Really nice varieties. And different species too. So like we got this cool Yuma rock with a couple different types. Rhodactis, Discosomas. These ones are already bouncing. Really funky. And let me just pan over to the other side of the tank so I can show you some of the zoas, which is really the reason I got so obsessed and into corals to begin with. For me, my love stemmed and started from zoanthids, and it really hasn't changed over the years. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's the fact that they are colorful and they come in every variety known to God and man. They're easy to keep. They're relatively inexpensive. And they don't have any sting, so they can touch each other. Look at this, like all right up against one another, and they're not going to hurt anything. So I really like peaceful corals like that. I like to neglect my tanks in a way. You know, I don't want to have to stay on top of them all the time. And you neglect these things, they are happy to live in less than ideal water conditions. Lots of nitrates, lots of phosphates. They don't care. They can get used to high light, low light. They're so adaptable, you know, to different conditions. Look at these. Just incredible. And I think that's why I've always been in love with them, and I always will be in love with them. I get a lot of joy out of farming them, collecting different, you know, varieties. I'm always seeing new ones every time I bring in an order. You know, like this here. This is something we call Ninja Turtle, but this is with like a speckle, with a white sort of dusting, if you will, throughout the mouth. And I've never seen them really quite like that. So we just invented some speckled Ninja Turtles. These look like something we call Chiquitas, but not quite. Similar, but that's what I mean. There's always these like little nuances, just small changes or differences like these. Oh man, look at those. Where'd you go? Right there. Look at those. Crazy. Really, really nice. So overall, really happy with the shipment. Super healthy. Give us some time. We are going to add them to the site. And I guess that's it. I guess we'll wrap it up, and I'll go back to doing what I do in the late hours here at Fragbox, which is working on Reef Casa, more or less. The store closes. I'm here to 11 to 7 just about every day. And then I switch gears after work, after we're done, helping customers, serving customers, shipping orders. I start to work on all the fun little new projects here. If you want just a little glimpse into how my brain works, my affliction called OCD has led me down a path where I've built this little box. What is this? Why do I need a box? So this is designed to work perfectly with these models of tanks. So that's our Pico, our Studio 12, which is over there, and our Ghost 15. It's a 16 by 15 footprint. By having these at home, I realized I want storage, right? Sometimes you're going to stick a tank on like your kitchen counter or desk, but there's always all that other stuff that comes with your tank. Your refractometer, maybe you want food, floss, carbon. On this side, we're prototyping some holders for like test kits, right? Because I just find that with the tank, there's always all these accessories, all this extra stuff. And if you don't have a stand, where are you going to put it? So the idea behind this, I'm not sure what we're going to call it yet. I'm thinking we're going to call it the cabinet or the desk or maybe the basement, because you know it's for storage. And oh, you may have just invented the name on the channel. It goes underneath the tank. It holds all your junk. And I just really like organization, and I really like when stuff has a place, because I hate looking for stuff. So there's some essentials. There's some things you like always need on hand, or which be like, you know, your super glue, your refractometer, maybe your coral food, maybe your fish food. You got to feed your fish, and it will all fit nice and neat. And I really want to make a tray, if it's feasible economically, because it's kind of like, if I ever show you my house in my garage, when you open the tool drawers in the garage, it's psychotic. Like all my tools are laid out perfectly in order in these foam mats. I look like Dexter. I look like I'm ready to perform operation or hide a body. But that is what OCD does to you, and I just hate looking for stuff, and I love when stuff is put away. So these kind of things kind of come through in the products we make here, and also it looks pretty cool, I think so. And that's it. We'll wrap up today's episode, and we'll see you guys back here, hopefully, if you enjoyed this one, on the next episode of Fragbox TV. Bye for now.